So let's see.
It can underline the critical moments. No, 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 no.
Oh, so you hear it, then you do hear it?
Just a, but it's quite low. But,
Okay, all right.
All right. Yeah. Good luck, Thomas. Please quit listening and,
yeah.
like they say, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. Bye bye. All right. So I am the host now. All right, guys. We have the monthly tournament between thwol and QC. This is the two-player knockout for December 2023. Today is January the 14th, I believe, and the tournament is between two really good players, thwol and QC. All right, so yeah, they're going to play.
Yep, and I'm here. This is Block Monoid. Uh, so I may have to leave at some point, but it is going to be an exciting game to watch at least. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so mysticism from thwol and ores from QC. So thwol is going to take a single action. All right, so let's see.
If
QC has
QC has another three castles right now, Boris could be unpleasant, but most likely he would have played that first. So I doubt it. He probably has something with crowns in it instead. Yeah.
all right. Now that is a great move with ores. You share ores, draw a one, and the other player gets one, and you get one with a bonus card. So that is always a good move to draw more than one cards at a time. Alrighty. Oh, he's got clothing. Cool.
It's fun. So Thwal has to meld as much as he can, as quickly as he can, because this will be problematic. Or maybe play something agriculture or pottery if he has it. No, he doesn't.
Okay, James is asking. All right, so he got metalworking and tools. All right, so he has more castles
Yeah. Oh, I'm
and
surprised QC didn't have a yellow. No, we haven't seen any yellows yet, so I thought QC would have yellow.
all right, so Twal is going to give him mysticism, I'm sure, because city states is such a nagging card. Yeah, I have been the victim of city states. It's not fun. All right, but at the same time, QC got more castles.
Thwal got an extra card.
Yep,
So,
he can actually do tools. You never know.
yeah. I think that's what he's debating right now.
I
Because
think
I
so.
think he doesn't have green or purple out of, I mean, there's only one other purple left and two greens. So he might have drawn a green, but most likely he drew a yellow, maybe two yellows, I would say, and a
Right?
blue.
Something, yeah. I mean, with clothing, you gotta cover your bases. Yeah, because clothing is the what? The deadly green card, like they say.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay, so you got the last purple. That was lucky.
that was good, yeah. And if he wants to talk, say, archery or something, now QC has scored just 1-1 so far. Do you think he's gonna go for ores?
I think he would like to keep melding and scoring, but I mean, there's a good chance that if he picks one up, it'll be yellow. Um, and then he can score two. Um, it won't be purple. It's unlikely to be red. And he probably actually has a green or a red in hand right now because he used clothing and he had a card left over.
Right.
So um, so he probably would draw and would either get a blue or more likely a yellow, and that would help with the scoring.
Yes, yes. You must be thinking about mysticism, right?
I actually would not use mysticism here because since we haven't seen any other greens,
Yeah,
there's a chance that it would be something like the wheel
yep.
that would cover up clothing.
That's
Um,
possible. Yep. I just had my dinner, so yeah, I have a bit of a itchy, scratchy throat. I should have made some tea. All right, so yeah, I mean, since I noticed that they're in the final, it's like I was so excited. I was really excited. It's like, oh, cool, these two players. That would be fun. Okay, so QC is. It's very possible that thwol has a. No, I don't think he has a green. You know what? He might have a yellow. Which yellow would that be?
if he had agriculture, I'm sure he would have played that instead of code of laws.
Exactly.
Uh,
Wow, he got
okay,
writing. Okay.
well, so now I would maybe do clothing.
Right, and it's only gonna get him what 1 point, right? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean the last two cards are probably green and yellow.
Right.
Um,
Okay, yeah, there are still two ones. Ah, pottery.
okay,
And
so he had pottery in hand, and now he has writing. So that's it for the blue cards.
mm-hmm.
Oh, then there was a really high chance of that being a yellow, the next card.
Right.
Um,
I mean, he could do pottery and draw a yellow, or he could just yeah, he could yeah, it's very possible.
if thwol doesn't, oh, he did a green. I was gonna say if he didn't do a green, I would just use clothing twice just to get the score to achieve the one as fast as possible.
So I'm surprised QC didn't use ores, but yeah, because that would have gotten sailing out of thwol's hands.
Yeah.
But still, okay, so that means 4 crowns on thwol's board and 2 on QC.
And now I just do pottery twice
Mm-hmm.
because writing is useless at this point.
Yep. All right, let's see. Well, Epic Thinker just messaged and he said he might join. So let's see.
That's good because I actually probably have to leave in 5 minutes, but I could be back in a half hour.
Okay, okay. Okay, so QC is using pottery and scored a 1. Okay, now he has a 2 in hand. Okay, so we are out of the ones. But thwol has sailing, which is also a really good card. Sailing, mysticism, and what's that other thing?
Okay.
Right, and domestication is also great. You just keep melding cards and drawing cards all at the same time. So, yep, that's always fun. So, thwol drew a 2 instead of.
Sailing. That's surprising
Yeah,
because, I mean, it's a good chance it could have been something useful like map making or math. Even if it was something like philosophy, I think it would be okay.
I am wondering if he's going to use tools. Oh well,
Oh, wow.
agriculture. Okay,
I'm surprised he didn't meld that earlier to stop clothing.
yep. Okay, so now pottery is QC is going to have to share pottery, and of course thwol took the advantage of construction out of QC's hands.
Mhm.
So QC has mysticism now. Let's see. Mysticism could get him what maths, which would be a great card to have.
Maybe, I mean, if I were QC, I would use pottery right now and achieve the 1.
Hmm.
Uh, but thwol might be sneaky and return 2 cards, in which case QC would have to also return 2 cards in order to score a 2, because otherwise he'd just score the 1 that thwol returned. So, yeah, so that's a little bit problematic if he shares. If he likes one of the 2s in his hand, QC probably
Hello.
doesn't do pottery.
Hello, is this Epic Thinker?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, of course. Hi.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. It's been a while since I played this game.
Yes, you played what, twice?
At least 3 times.
Yeah, but you still learned pretty good.
I tend to I tend to focus on the combos rather than the score, so I got to work on that.
I see, I see. Yeah, I forgot how you played. That was a very long time ago. But yeah, he's Block Epic Thinker is a pretty. He picks up quick, actually. And
So catch me up. What's going on in this game? Is this like the second or?
okay, if you scroll down the screen, you will see that the name of the tournament, monthly two-player knockout, December 2023, and these are all the games that were played and won and stuff. Today is the final between thwol and QC.
Awesome! I'm here for the finals.
Yes, sir. And QC started with pottery, and thwol covered all the bases. So QC actually is using mysticism at this time, and he
Yeah,
covered.
mysticism is a really good one.
Yes.
Although I think the card that QC got, which was currency, is not what he wanted because he would have to share that card and he only has 2s in his hand, so he can't score multiple times.
But it stops the opponent. No, it doesn't. My mouse was covering up the code of laws.
Yeah, and now he can't achieve this turn. So that first action I don't think turned out the way QC wanted it to.
Yes, we were thinking that, we were of the opinion that QC might want to use pottery in order to achieve the first achievement, but he didn't do that. He went for mysticism instead. Now he still has the lead in castles, but let's see what QC's second move would be.
Hmm. The first achievement, I think he'll have it.
I
Even
mean,
next
I
turn.
might do construction right now just to steal the 1 and the 2 from thwol, and
I,
actually, the
is
dogma
limited
doesn't
hand.
give empire to thwol because because QC is leading on castles. So
Yeah, but the closer you get to the threes, the closer it gets to anti-castles.
Yes. Ooh, road building. Dangerous
I
card.
actually love that card.
It is a pain.
I mean, you can control what the opponent gets with that card. It just put your whole hand out. Like currency.
Hmm. Now the thing is, QC can use road building and steal the green card from thwol's board, and in doing so he can get the empire achievement through construction because thwol would not have any green on his board.
Wait, does he have the Empire card? I don't see the Empire card.
No, no,
it's
no.
The card that grants the achievement, I mean.
that's underneath road building. It just got covered up.
Ah,
So if QC activates road building and has the yellow card in hand and melds it with road building and then steals sailing from thwol,
I
then
would use
steal
road
construction.
building just to take the sailing, just so the code of laws doesn't work on the opponent. So they can't just start tucking and shifting their stuff.
The Code of Laws isn't a very powerful card. It's not going to be dangerous. So QC does road building right now, melds a yellow and anything else, and sends road building to thwol and steals sailing. Then now, as Pirate said, instruction gets revealed and QC can get Empire.
Now, interestingly enough, thwol has only drawn cards. He's not doing anything major like using agriculture. He does have the lead in leaves. QC
Yeah, I
has
would
few.
have.
Hmm?
If I were thwol last turn, I would have done agriculture, return the 1, return the 2, and then score 5 points total, or actually 6 points total, and then force QC to use pottery in order to achieve the 1. Um, so and pottery returning a lot. So I don't know. And now
Ooh.
monotheism is going to kill off.
Ah,
Yep, monotheism. Another dangerous card. Let's see. Alright, so bye bye agriculture, another dangerous card. Very dangerous, very popular card.
And now pottery is free to be used by QC all by himself. So that's
Mm-hmm.
good for.
Yep, yep. Let's see. Now, if he, I mean, construction and the Empire achievement are still available because thwol does not have a yellow card.
All right, so I'm signing off now, but I'll leave the stream open and come back hopefully in a half hour or so.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining, Block.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thank you.
Pirate.
Yeah. I'm just rereading all of the cards.
Okay. Yep, I was like, I need help because I don't want to be the only one to do the
I
commentary.
I'm liking thwol, to be honest, since he already has a 3 in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He returns it, draws 3 threes.
Yep. And the thing is that QC can actually steal map making through road building. He has 3 cards in hands and he can actually steal map making and get construction all at the same time. Let's see.
Let's see.
Now,
His
if he steals map making, yeah, he would not have the crown majority because currency has the 2 crowns and it would get covered by 2 crowns of map making. But at least thwol would not be able to use map making against him.
map making will hurt pretty big as long as there's no ones or twos in the into the draw.
Right. Yep. Yep. All right. So now QC has. See, yeah, he stole a 1 from QC's score pile and scored a 3. So let's see.
I'd consider doing metalworking, just to draw and because there's a bunch of castles in the level 3. Like if he hasn't drawn one yet.
Yeah, I mean he could share and stuff, and
Yep, you're right.
I mean he could share, and sometimes sharing is useful too. Some people say, I share it because I want his advantage to be cut down. Like one player told me, like, if somebody melds masonry with 3 castles and is collecting cards, and so the opponent would melt metalworking and share it, use metalworking and share it with the other player to get rid of all the castles. It doesn't matter how much the other player scores, but the castle collection just gets negated, right? It's useless then because metalworking is just doing such a great job of wiping those out. But hey,
If he has a green with a leaf in the bottom right and tucks it, he'll be able to tie on leaves also.
let's see. If I go back, okay, so there are 2 leaves buried
Well,
under map making, right? I don't think he is looking
that would
for.
put him at 3. I know, but if he had one more in that spot, it would tie him. But I don't.
Threes. What are the threes that are available? There is paper that is available. Compass is already buried. So yeah, it's just paper. Now, a QC is using pottery to score some points, and he can achieve. There you go.
That's what I was hoping to prevent with the map making, but
Right. Yeah. I mean, he could only use it once because first turn he had to melt it. Second turn, use it. So yeah. But now I have a feeling thwol is gonna try and get the second
that.
achievement.
Oh yeah, map making twice.
Would do what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, that would get him 12 points. because there are threes available. And now, granted that that would also help pottery in the run, because pottery is powerful once the lower level cards are gone.
He'll be able to return it if he does. No, never mind.
Okay, so thwol's level of score is now 12, and QC is at 3 points. He was able to achieve the first achievement, but now I think he will probably definitely want to use road building and get rid of map making, because it is
I would have used road building just to take out some of your hand.
right. And yeah, to get rid of map making. But last turn QC had to use pottery in order to grab the first achievement. So now using pottery will only get rid of the threes, which means that thwol will actually score 5 points with the last one that he has, that QC has. 1 point and then a 4, since both of the threes would be out of the way. So 5 more points would make it 17 points total for thwol.
I don't know. There's a ton of cards in the fours that are really nice. I'd be tempted to just draw them with thwol.
There you go. There comes road building. Ooh, and there's paper and there's mathematics.
Uh-oh.
So I mean, you don't
Oh,
want to
well,
come.
they'll be tied on the flats, so mathematics won't really help them.
He is wondering if he should pull map making or not. I mean, because
He won't.
paper is such a great card to have.
Yeah, with mathematics afterwards, that
Yes.
way you can just, your 4 turns into a 5, and bam.
Yep. But so, ouch. So yeah, thwol is going to steal the last one. Alright, so there you go. Let's see what cards are out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the reds that are out of the way are optics, spores, construction, and road building. Alright. Okay.
You're not able to see the scores cards, are you?
No, I wish I could, but I don't want to ask them because both of them could possibly be listening. And
I see.
they don't, and yeah, and they
No,
would,
that gives an edge.
exactly. They don't want to give the, yeah. Because, if you're stealing ones from the other player, map making, of course, both players know which ones are gone. And thwol would know which threes he has, but QC would not know which threes thwol has.
I would. I think QC is just trying to build up and overwhelm.
Now, see, QC has the advantage of light bulbs, and he can go up in age, which is a great tool to have.
Oh, I agree. Mathematics is awesome.
Mathematics
As
is
long
good.
as mathematics doesn't instantly get covered,
Yes, that
I've
is also true.
used it to great effect in the past.
Hmm.
It's actually one of my favorite level 2s.
Level 2 card. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. It's very very useful, and it's like literally everybody's favorite card, because if you can't do much score wise, you want to go up in levels.
Well, it also depends on what four he has. If he has like a city card that'll, uh, what's what's the scores all of the castles on your opponent's board.
Oh, engineering.
Yes, if he gets that, I'd play and use that as soon as possible.
QC has a 2 and a 4 in hand, and he does not know that the last three, what that is. Now, see, a thwol, if he has machinery, there is a 3 in thwol's hands. If it happens to be machinery, and QC does not know what are the threes in thwol's score piles, right? Or in his hands. So if it happens to be machinery, and QC happens to have all those, fours in his hand using paper, yeah, and thwol steals them. Now, Thwol has five castles on his board. Machinery would give him a sixth castle. So QC cannot use monotheism. Well, unless QC does. No, he can't. Yeah, paper playing blue does not give him an extra castle. Anyway, so machinery would steal all the cards out of um, QC's hands.
It'd be pretty funny.
Oh gosh, people have done that, right? I mean, I have stolen cards from other people's hands, and yep, and people have stolen a lot of cards out of my hands. And of course, luckily enough, I had ores, and since they covered all those castles that were on their board, they covered it up. They covered up what masonry with machinery to steal all the 8, 9, 10 crowns that were in my hand. I said, okay, here comes ores, and yeah, they laughed and maybe even cried, but they definitely laughed.
Yeah, what can you do when that happens?
Alright, now Pirate Code is a pretty good card, and it has been used
I
against
don't know.
me.
When somebody has two ones, so many ones. Yeah, but I mean, now that he has the advantage, that could work really well.
And now construction is buried in the red pile on QC's board, and well, I mean, Thwol could have archery in his hand. The one in Thwol's hand could be archery, but there are two fours, and this is not high enough for archery to be any use. Is there archery on any
That's
board?
true.
Yeah, no, there is no archery there.
I mean, with QC, would you rather draw first and then use mathematics, or what would you do? Or just use pirate code?
Using pirate code would mean that he would lose mathematics. So that is, not great. Now, you were right about tools. Thwol used tools because QC had passed, because QC has the lead in light bulbs, and
I mean, the
QC.
draw of tools is just too amazing not to use, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yep. And see, if QC wanted to share tools, that would have meant he returns a 2 and a 4 and a 4, which he does not. So thwol returned a 3 and got a 3, 3 and a 4. And now he can continue doing tools because he will still have a 3 in hand. So
That's right. He could make an engine eventually where it melds something and he returns something and gets 3 more, and I don't know, I think it'd be awesome.
Well, I think the card you're thinking of is road building, which is unfortunately covered now.
No, it's not the card I was thinking of. I like tools because you could meld a card if you return 3, and then if you put a 3, you get 3 cards back. So
Right. And a lot of people have made the mistake of actually returning a 3 first, thinking they will get 3 cards in return. However, since they had 3 cards
I've
in
done
hand, you've done that, okay. You're not the only one.
oh, thank gosh.
Oh gosh, so many people have done that. I have seen tournament champions do that. So yeah,
Online, it's a lot easier to make those mistakes than in person because everybody knows what you're trying to do,
uh-huh.
and when you do it online, it's just automatic.
Okay, so thwol drew a bunch of 3s and a 4 for his first move. Now it's his second move. I mean, he could have
I mean, if he has a useless green, tuck it, or play tools again for the draw, just so he has choices for next turn.
see if he tucks to play, for instance, his greens. Now that QC has more light
Oh,
bulbs.
you're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, not light bulbs, more crowns. He will have to share that with QC, and QC could actually share.
He just did tools.
Yeah, he could. And now, if Code of Law gets
Oh,
shared
I
by
didn't
thwol,
realize tools was used also. Could be shared. Oh gosh. Why wasn't that shared?
tools, because he
Yeah.
refused to share. See,
Huh.
yeah. Now
I don't see why he did that, having mathematics. Ooh, industrialization's my favorite 6.
yeah. Now see, the QC refused to share the tools dogma because QC had 3 cards in hand, none of them being a 3.
I understand.
So yeah, he didn't want to return 3 cards in hand, which could have covered his level 5 card.
Oh, that industrialization. I love that card.
Me too. I love it. Absolutely wonderful card.
Gosh, display right your red cards when he has that many.
Yes.
He'll be winning on castles.
Well, well, castles are useless now. I mean, he can't do metalworking. thwol can't do metalworking, and monotheism
No,
is
it's-
useless.
It's just a little funny in my mind, that's all.
Well, but QC got the right card, industrialization. That could get him empire and monument, and
Well,
you
if he
know,
tucks like a yellow card or a green card, it'll still be nice.
it would be great. Yes.
It's the expansion of the green cards that have the city marker, right? The red marker.
I'm still not sure what you're saying.
The green cards do not have the red marker. I don't know what it is. The card, the mark on industrialization, the two red ones.
Oh, the factories.
Yeah, factories.
Actually, a couple of green cards do have factories on them.
Really? I thought they were in the expansion only.
No. Green cards. Now see, QC is on level 6 with industrialization that has two factories and a crown, and other cards on level 6 with factories on them. There is a green one which is a metric system with one crown. Sorry, two crowns and a factory. There is scanning with two factories and a light bulb, I believe. Does vaccination have a factory? I don't remember. But the purple card, which is
I was also gonna say, if he has, like with his tools, he could use the first effect. If he has a card with a castle in it, he could then use it with metalworking.
return cards with castles. Yes, he definitely can. But I don't know if he wants to do that. I don't
I mean, it
know.
adds another card to his hand, but that's fair, I guess.
See, the thing is
But
that okay, he's going for tools, and QC is going to pass, and thwol passed, so he returned a 3 and got 3, 4, 4.
Although what would be good is that the purple card that lets you tuck a bunch of cards for every two greens you have.
Yeah, a Reformation. Yeah, it's level 4 card, Reformation.
Yeah, that would help catch him up.
Yes, maybe that's what he's trying to do. You have a good point. Maybe he has Reformation in hand. There are a bunch of force in his hand. thwol,
That or he's aiming to draw it.
possible, unless QC already has it in his hand. Now, the industrialization advantage unfortunately is gone because now thwol shares the same number of factories. The red icons, thwol shares.
Yeah, but he has 2 4s, and that's when the factories show up. So he might have one in his hand.
Yes. Yeah. What's the other factory that's on level?
Ooh, he got a purple one, so he'll display his purple ones, I think.
Emancipation. Yes.
That way he could do it again.
Yes, you are
Yep.
right. So, what did thwol do and took atomic theory? That was actually pretty lucky.
I agree.
Yes.
And he
now,
got a 6 for sharing. So now with his mathematics, he could do it again with the 6, or he could industrialize and not share. Get a symbol, just authority in this game for dominance, I should say.
now see, the thing is that if he has what's that card, machinery in his hand, which is a 3 in his hand, he could steal the 6 from QC's hands. However,
I thought machinery only stole the castles.
no, machinery will steal all the cards in his hands. Now, thwol has a lot of force in his hands. Give me all, machinery text says, give me all the cards in your hand and take all my highest cards.
I had it mixed up with a different one.
Yeah, so if thwol shares does machinery, he would have to give all these 4s that he has in his hands. He has to give him all these 4s, and in return he would get a 6, 4, 4, and a 2.
With Saul, I think he needs to either, if he doesn't have anything good in his hand, he'll probably try to do tools again.
It's very possible, yes.
He could get that yellow card Is it a yellow or is it a blue one that lets him exchange all the cards in his hand with all the cards in his score pile?
Uh, all the cards is a green one, which is bicycle, level 7 card, and there is a yellow level
There's
2 card,
a
yeah,
yes.
which is canal building, which lets you exchange the highest cards in your hand with the highest cards in your score pile, I believe, unless I'm messing it up, which possible. But yeah, it's the highest cards in your hands. Okay, so Paul passed,
There he
and
goes with his hand. I'm betting on mathematics, to be honest.
mathematics you think could be the uh, game winner.
That or industrialization just for tucking. But I mean, to tuck two cards, not really worth it.
Right. He could actually tuck a yellow card with factories. Like I said, Canning has two factories. He could do that. Oh,
Ooh.
lightning. Wow. Nice card. Yeah.
He's
And
just gonna tuck the 2 and the 4,
of
or
course,
draw one and then do it.
he
Oof.
could. Yeah. He's gonna.
Do a paper just to draw more cards. That's what I would do.
That would be
Because you'd
actually a
be
good
drawing
idea.
5.
You could do a bunch of things, and he has the Leaf majority now, QC, with lightning. So yes, he could actually do that. Now QC drew a
No,
7.
he
So
wants to either uh, continue the mathematics or keep tucking.
I think he's going to do lightning next turn with a 2 and a 4 and a 7. That would give him 21 points plus
I
the 2 he already
disagree,
has, 21, 22,
only
23.
because if he did paper, he would have drawn 2 5s, and the 5s are just as valuable as that 7. I think he has mathematics planned. He would have had an extra card in his hand.
Yes, yes. All these
So
choices.
if he wanted to do lightning again, he would have an extra 5 to go with that 4. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's how I see it.
yeah, mathematics could be awesome. Now I am wondering, okay, so if thwol has what's that card I'm thinking, medicine in his hand, chances are kind of low. If he has medicine in his hand, that is useless now because thwol has the majority of leaves, like I said.
Yeah, they'll replace cards to to use demand effects.
Now see, since thwol has the achievements 2 and 3 from score, QC could actually use lightning and try to get the fourth achievement, which is still available.
Oh, I don't disagree, but I thought if that was his plan, he misplayed, unless he doesn't want to run out of 5s, but there's 8 of them in the deck, so drawing, 2 extra cards versus just 1. But I could be wrong. But what would I do if I was him?
Well,
Um,
that's what we can do is,
I am stuck between tools again, or just to draw, because if he's not drawing anything useful, you know, it doesn't matter what's in his hand because it's not useful.
right.
So he needs to get something useful.
Now, see, the cards that I'm thinking of, which could have been useful. Now, the what's that green card that is already covered? Yes, compass is gone. It's out of the way. Um, Oh, democracy got buried too. Oh well.
I personally think he should use the one card that's purple with the leaves that allows him to tuck and then display one of his colors right.
He could, yes, very definitely.
Because I don't think QC would share it because he has lightning
Yeah, he will want to use lightning. You are right.
that's if he has it. QC could still have it.
QC could have it, yes. Yep, let's see. Now, thwol is not having a good day. He's not.
No, he's not. I don't think he has 10 cards on his board.
Yeah, he doesn't. Nope.
He has 8. He has more cards in his hand than on his board.
Yep. And he has lost the crown advantage and the leaf advantage. And he cannot use enterprise. He cannot use. Well, what does he? He could have experimentation and he could actually cover up something with experimentation because he'll share experimentation with QC and he could very well cover up either
I
max or
mean, if he
lightning.
has, once again, as I was saying earlier, like round 1, if he has a green card with a leaf on it, he could display it, and then he could tie for leaves. So if the other person does lightning, Thol has so many cards in his hand, he'd be able to benefit off that, to stop him from doing lightning.
Uh, that's the problem. He's got to have a high enough card on the board in order to achieve.
No, he
And
just needs to get three leaves out, and he has 2 turns to do that. So displaying green would add 2, and if he has another card, he would hit the tie.
yeah, but QC would get the achievement, not thwol. The score achievement, QC would get it, right? If he does lightning, there you go.
That's the card I was hoping for.
Oh, I'm
I'm,
surprised
I'm surprised he didn't use the effect of that to get the free
because he would have had to use.
to share. I get that, but with QC having lightning, I'm not sure he would have.
Yeah.
That lightning told you.
Okay, so now there is mass media, and he could
Oof.
actually use it next turn and return these 4 threes that thwol has, and oh well.
Return all those 3s, making the tools next to useless.
Yep. No, I mean, thwol would get all these threes back in his hand using tools, right?
I get that,
Yep. Let's
but it
see.
would take him how many turns just to get out of the 3s?
1.
No, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 3s that he could return right now.
Right, and if thwol returns a3 using the second part of the dogma, and he draws 3 threes, and then second turn he does that again. All
Yeah,
right.
that's actions.
Yep. First turn and second turn.
Ooh.
Okay, so he has. Okay, but you know what? He lost the leaf advantage.
Reformation. I would totally just do that twice.
Yes, that would give him monument achievement, which otherwise industrialization could possibly have grabbed. Okay, so we're down to pretty low score now. Let's see.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. This is Black Monoid.
Hey, how was dinner?
Delicious. Very, very good.
You
Ah,
just-
make me a plate next time.
Yeah, I should have brought some for you guys.
Well, thank you.
Oh, wow, only 2-1. That's not a big difference in scores yet.
Do you see mass media?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The purple's played up.
Uh-huh.
Here
Yep.
you go.
It,
Now see,
unless QC really misplays, it looks like it's his game. But it could still turn around.
I mean, thwol right now, if he has the right cards, he could maybe get Monument with Reformation.
right, and that's what we were thinking. But let's see what happens. I mean, he has drawn a bunch of cards using tools. QC went up the level. Now, the interesting part the biggest thing that you missed, I mean, other than the mass media dogma thingy, was industrialization, which
It's
QC,
lightning.
yeah, well, lightning, yeah, he hasn't take used it yet.
That's true. If he wanted to, he would have drew the 5s.
Right. Now, QC shared industrialization with thwol because thwol had melded gunpowder.
Ooh, okay, so that got rid of math.
Yeah, but
which,
that was only one card, so I don't know if I agree with that choice. But to get rid of mathematics, it did stop him. But the bad news is it stopped him with level 7. Level 8, I mean. You could just draw level 8 and bam.
Right, and he could actually draw. You're right. Level 8 is what is the dangerous thing?
There's a
Quantum.
bunch of them.
Let's see. Quantum theory could be insane, but anatomy would. Yeah, remember how?
empiricism, yeah, empiricism, quantum theory. Rocketry is not so dangerous, but it would give him Empire.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, you're right. He is just short of 1 clock to get Empire.
Let's see, the card I would want, if it was an 8,
Excuse me, I got a cough.
socialism would be hilarious. Empiricism would be great.
All right, thank you.
Let's see, flight would be sort of nice just to splay all your stuff up. But quantum theory with the 10s be hard to pass up.
Right, but quantum theory would cover up pottery, which would bring anatomy back into action. So,
Well, let's see what he draws.
I would probably do some industrialization right now just to get some yellows on the board and get a few more icons in my advantage.
Yep,
Okay.
do he draw.
so QC drew a couple of 8s. Let's see. Now with the 2 and a 4 and 8 and 8 in hand. Yes, I bet he is. You're right. I bet he is also looking for empiricism, which would be, since he has the light bulb advantage, could be very useful.
Yeah, and you could just spam it out. Just to meld it and display the colors up.
So, what are you watching on the TV?
My son's watching random YouTube.
Well, in my house, it's what, Good Mythical Morning?
I like those guys.
Oh, I like the guy's hair. Ginger hair. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, he's not in the room. Yeah. I drool about his hair. It's just glorious ginger hair. Oh my goodness. Alright, so, yep.
You should tell them that your glorious hair is causing drama at home. That'd be great.
Oh, well. My husband had the issue when, when we would go watch movie and the picture of Thor, this huge poster or cutout poster of Thor over there, and I would just go and like, okay, I would try to touch the poster, and he would just get so dang jealous. It was hilarious. Okay, so yeah, okay. Let's not talk about my dream, guys. Here, somebody could hear the commentary. He has a thing on the Xbox, so yeah, and he is walking right back to it.
Uh-oh.
So thwol drew a bunch of cards. He could be trying to draw and draw and draw, but it's going to be very slow, even if he's drawing 2 cards a turn.
Which is why I thought he was going to do Reformation, just to display and try to get some of the advantage back. But I don't see that happening anymore.
I don't know what thwol can have. I see that compass is already tucked underneath map making in the green pile.
Mm-hmm.
Thwol doesn't have the crowns for Enterprise, so he's not going to be able to steal anything very easily.
Exactly. Yep.
No, not with him being able to play 8s that have crazy abilities. I mean, he could do mass media just to get rid of the 1s, but not for 4 victory points.
Yep. Mass media, I mean, it did most of the damage, so.
I really think I would do industrialization right now. Tuck 2, hope that something's yellow, and maybe you get a little bit more of a leaf advantage, and then you can do lightning and start scoring.
It depends what's in his hand. I mean, I'd be tempted to draw one first, and then, if I didn't draw something good, then do industrialization. I mean, if he has like an 8 with a factory on it, you can play it, then do industrialization, unless it's red or purple. What card? There's a skyscraper. There's corporation.
Corporations, yes, and of course, corporations. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Just these two.
The corporations, but it would give the other player too much of a chance.
Yes, it would give him an 8. Draw and meld an 8, so.
Oh, if only he didn't have gunpowder out.
Right now, thwol is so behind. I would not give him any advantage like that. So I would avoid.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why he doesn't use Reformation to get Monument. He might have some other plan. You never know. But he has all those 4s that he could tuck. And
I wouldn't tuck just yet, because if he tucks, he'll share.
Right, but with lightning available, do you think QC will want to tuck and splay at this time? I doubt it, because lightning is. Huh?
I also doubt it. I think QC wants to save
Wait,
cards.
what card are you talking about? Oh, Reformation. Yeah. I don't know. I would share it if I had 2 yellows in my hand. Because the 2 yellows in my hand would be played on the board.
That's true. Yeah. So if
I,
like
w-
you had skyscrapers or and another yellow, say,
I mean, the 2 and the 4 could be yellow.
yeah.
Uh, but I would probably draw for my first, and then maybe industrialize, unless the 8s in his hand are good.
Give me a second. Let me turn on the percolator. I'll be right back, guys.
Gotta percolate.
Hi, this is Pirate Hour back.
Welcome back. Arr.
Thank you. Alright, so thwol had done tools when I left, and QC is thinking about his move.
I was like, how long will this take? And it's like, ooh, timer says 4 days.
I hope not.
This will be a very long string.
Now, see, the thing with this stream is my daughter showed me a way to edit some portions where, say, like now there is a bit of inactivity, and I could actually cut off those quiet, non-moving portions out of the whole stream.
Yeah, I mean, when you went to for the percolator, we weren't saying anything really, so that could all get cut.
We were just percolating.
As long as you weren't griping about me, you're forgiven. So
Oh,
thank
I
you.
always gripe about you. Normally when we play Pandemic.
Well, you're griping about everybody else too, so yeah, I'll let that slide.
Well, that's definitely true.
Alright, so
Wait,
QC.
what did he do as his action? I blinked and he drew a
Hey,
card just like I thought.
Yep. So he
So either
really.
if he likes the card and doesn't want to let the person know, he'll industrialize or draw another one, in my opinion. Or if he wants to play it ASAP. That's the only 2 moves I see.
Now, I think he is looking for quantum theory, but yeah, you're right. Quantum theory, empiricism, rocketry. Quantum theory and empiricism are my guesses.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about rocketry only because it's not useful in this case. What are you going to do? Return all of his ones? I mean, flight would be fun, but
Okay, so now industrialization would definitely get him monument.
I
So
mean, antibiotics would be a cool one to play if he doesn't have a card in his hand. That's great. He played skyscrapers.
Yeah. So thwol now will probably want to do Reformation and in order to get Monument first.
yep.
And
I thought he would do Reformation turns ago, to be honest.
if QC joins in, then that helps thwol draw some more cards too, get through the piles. And
I don't think he'll join in unless there's another yellow in his hand. Because I don't think he wants to ruin his purple stack.
if he tucks something that has another clock on it, he gets Empire. So he might
That's
join
true.
it for that reason. Yeah. Like if he had,
Yeah.
well,
Unless it's rocketry, because it won't show.
actually nothing would work if nothing would show out of his current piles if he had out of the eights.
I'm surprised he played skyscrapers. I mean, I guess to have one of every color, but
I'm
I think he
surprised.
did skyscrapers for industrialization. Right.
Right. But he could have done it
that
with
makes
lightning.
way more sense.
Okay, so he has 5 industrial. Okay, well, there you go.
Ooh, he'll draw a 6.
Yep. And there's no risk of sharing here. Very
Oh,
safe.
yes, you are right.
uh, yeah, because the other person has no score.
And
Oh my
can't
gosh,
display.
there is his sharing of the light bulbs.
I would still do industrialization twice
Wow.
just to get monument
Monument,
maybe.
yep. I think, yeah. I agree. I think this is what QC would probably want to do.
It's
Or,
that or draw an 8, in my opinion.
yeah, see, he is going for monument.
Now, if Reformation's shared, he'll definitely take it.
Okay, so QC, tugged, canning, metric system vaccination, bicycle publications, and sanitation. And he achieves monument. Right, and he does not want to splay right because purple splayed up is much better. And
Oh, I agree.
he still needs one more clock to get Empire.
So it could be that thwol drew. Just trying to figure out what he drew. He probably drew machine tools.
I think he drew rocketry, to be honest.
I don't know.
No.
Thwol drew a 6.
Oh, my
He
bad.
either drew. No, he must have drawn machine tools because both purple 6s are tucked. Both yellow 6s are tucked. Both green 6s are tucked. It's or encyclopedia. It's either encyclopedia or machine tools. Neither one of those is useful for thwol.
Yeah.
So I'm sure thwol is unhappy right now.
If he had classification, that could be. Oh, nope, it's another guy's. Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's either machine tools or encyclopedia. Those are really not useful right now.
Yep. But if he shares it, yeah, QC would
If
still. Huh?
I
he
would
could,
still use Reformation just to display his yellow or his purple.
I would do something funny. I would meld machine tools and share it because then QC just scores a 1.
Absolutely.
And you score a 3 and you draw a 7 for the sharing. And I think that's actually maybe the best way rather than just drawing a 7 on its own. You get a little bit more advantage. I don't know. It's not a very good tactic, but I'm trying to be here.
Let's see. If he does, actually, I think I disagree with you. I think he's going to do printing press.
Well, he might try to
No,
melt
the
the
other guy
6.
has no score pile, so it'll get a 6. Will turn into a 7. So we'll have a 7 just right there for one action.
You're right
But
about
the other
that.
person will splay their blues and be two colors away from getting wonder. That's what
Oh, they're
Yep.
tied.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, if that six in thwol's hand is encyclopedia, that's really painful because you don't want to meld it.
Yep.
Uh,
That is exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah, it has to be encyclopedia.
yeah. Because machine tools, he would meld and then he'd draw seven, or do the sharing thing that I said and draw seven. Um, but yeah, if it's encyclopedia, there's just no good move there. Because he can't draw seven until he melds that six, unless he does printing press again and shares.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, he QC will end up, playing. Really?
Huh? I
Oh,
don't hate that actually.
he might actually tuck some cards.
Yeah.
With Reformation, yeah, then just use it.
Mm-hmm. So that was the first action. Let's see what Paul does as a second action.
And then he's trying to decide which cards to tuck with Reformation. Whether he wants to play yellow or purple.
Either of them.
Probably.
Well, blue and either of those two colors.
Well,
Blue and red.
I would I would display yellow because mass media could be shared, and that would be a free way to display purple. If yep. Oh, so you really no tucking. That's odd. Huh.
He's hoping he gets the trading card. That trading all the cards in your store
Bicycle.
or something.
Bicycle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And bicycle is a level 7, so he's the
Bicycle
one that would get
is
it.
in QC's stack already. It's tucked
Oh,
Is
is it?
it?
Okay.
at the very bottom.
Yes, you're right.
Hmm. Then I'm not sure what he's going to be. I don't know
There
why.
you go. Yeah, he got Empire.
Yep. Oh, there's the quantum.
Okay, you may tuck all cards. All right.
That's the one I thought he had earlier.
Socialism. Okay. Thwol still
Oh
has.
my gosh. If he has a purple card, thwol is going to be screaming.
No, I think QC's thinking is that thwol has machinery in his hand, and that's why thwol got the leaf advantage. And so thwol wanted, like, if thwol wanted to steal the eights, and if QC had done quantum theory and gotten a 10 as his second
I
action,
think he has philosophy QC's hand, to be honest. And he's going to do the socialism. Let's see if I'm right.
Oh, he meant socialism. Okay, sorry. Machine tools. So that really was. And
It would
he's.
stop any. Uh-huh.
Yep. Here's the 7. Where did the
See
6
if I'm
go?
right.
Okay, which
well, now
means that.
quantum theory, draw a 10 and use it, and meld it.
If I'm right about the purple card, socialism is going to be his action. Let's see if I'm right. Because if the guy, if he has any cards in his hand,
Socialism only gives you the lowest card, so you would just steal a
Oh.
1 worth it.
I misunderstood.
Yep, and Thwol would share it first, which means that Thwol could actually steal the 2 out of QC's hand, and which is, ones and twos. Stealing ones and twos is really not any use. Okay, so QC melts.
Huh, he draws rather than quantum.
Yeah, I think QC needs to be careful because I think thwol has machinery in his hand. And so QC should not leave any high cards in his hand right now, which it seems like he's doing. Ooh, where did that come from?
He returned
Oh,
it.
because it got returned. That's right.
Yes,
With
yes,
anatomy.
yes. With anatomy, you are right. And he has a
So
7 in his hand, which means he could
and the other guy
actually.
only has a 4, so
Yes, you're right.
Thwol could get this.
However, the thing is, with corporations on his board, he could actually steal a
Oh, I
factory
know.
if it ends up. However, that would still get him another 8 on his board.
It would get him a 6 in his score pile.
It would be bad if thwol returned the 7 and Mel did something with a clock because skyscrapers would destroy that pile.
Yes, you are right.
Yes, it would.
Maybe that's why he's
Which
not
is
doing
why
it.
I would do corporations to force them into it, and then into a skyscraper.
Ah.
Because if he accidentally gets one, ooh, that's a good idea.
Now, the 7 in his hand,
I think he likes the 7 in his hand. That's why he's not mathematicking it.
yep. And if it was evolution, he would have melded and used it. So, no. Publications is already tucked, I believe. Isn't it? I think publications got tucked earlier. Machine tools, okay. Yeah, publications is
Yeah,
tucked.
it's probably like railroad or something.
Hmm. Yep, which means railroad he does not want to return all the cards in his hands.
I'd
Alright.
still do corporations just to draw, get something to buy.
Well, that would steal machine tools.
Machine tools was a waiting move because thwol didn't want to put a clock down, risk putting a clock down. So
Right.
now he could use math, and if a clock shows up, he covers it up with a 3 or a 4. And
Any of the
but yeah,
50 cards.
this trick with corporations may be causing a clock to appear. That's a little scary.
That is, yes, you are right.
I mean, it's either that or do quantum theory and score for next turn. Like you'd have a 10 in your. It doesn't have enough to do it twice.
It's, yeah, well, anatomy is still hanging around, so. Oh well. I mean, he could still do it just to get a 10 in his hand.
That's true.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that tea that, was brewing. You guys can brew, alright?
All right, we will percolate.
Yeah.
Let's see, what would you do here?
I mean, your idea is interesting. The more straightforward idea is quantum theory. Return that 2 and that 4, and then score a 10, draw a 10, and meld that 10.
Because the corporations will give them an 8 anyway, so it gives them a little bit of flexibility. I mean, it could cover the skyscrapers, I guess.
If he gets a red 8, he gets what is it, universe? Yeah.
If he gets white, he'll be able to get the all splayed achievement.
Well, but if he gets an 8 right away, just all he needs is a red 8 to get universe right now. QC.
Well, there's 2 of them in there, so.
Yeah.
And with how many 8s there are left, that's 50% chance.
Yeah. Wow. Less than 50 because one of the 8s is one of the available achievements. So, but still, good odds. Very good odds.
Okay, so
And even if the 8 ends up being flight and it goes to thwol's pile, you just steal it with skyscrapers. And then,
Exactly.
yeah. And then you
Even
get
if it
universe
doesn't, and
right.
he transfers a red to him, that red will have the factory symbol, and that's just 8 more victory points if he does it twice.
All right,
Oh,
so
he did
the
the quantum theory.
straightforward thing, quantum theory. Ah, and there you go, universe. You got lucky, you got a red.
But that's anatomy. So,
I don't know. Robotics has lost me the game in the past.
Yeah, it's risky right now. Especially because if thwol does anatomy again, they're tied on, well, they'll tie on score, but robotics actually breaks that tie. So maybe it's okay. Um, yeah.
okay, so QC returned a 1 with anatomy. Okay, let's see what is Swall's next turn.
Let's see. Does he do mathematics?
Anatomy. Yep. See, thing is that QC's now see they are at even score, but QC has the advantage of the age and robotics. Score your top green card, draw and melt a 10. What is the top green card? Corporations. Okay. Draw and melt a 10 and execute. So the only time this works, what was that, with low score would be
Yeah.
internet and software and what was that other card block?
The one that's low score is what was it? Um,
I don't know if I'd play. I think I would do robotics one time just to get another 10 out and then give me options. But let's see, what is the one that I don't
it's
want?
AI. It's AI, and that's only if robotics and software are the top cards. There's
Okay.
really no danger here.
Okay.
And does
Draw
he
and melt.
have a lot of, yeah, he's got a lot of leaves, so there's no danger of like backfiring with like bioengineering
No,
or
if
Bio.
anything.
he does that and it does into robotics, into software, he could still.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty safe
Yeah,
move.
he could lose with one unlucky turn right now by using robotics.
I
Because
actually, I don't see a card that's gonna cause a failure.
no, because it changed. Because robotics would play, right? Draw and
Yeah.
meld a 10, execute its effects. And then if it's, or let's say it's software for first, draw and score a 10, then draw and meld two 10s, and then execute both of those. And then into robotics, then into AI, um, you still have a chance to lose.
Well, he would have to have AI activate and software would have had to been out. This is so it would
It's
have had to
not
be
super
robotics
likely,
does
but
software and then software does AI. That's really it's not very likely at all at this point. Especially, I mean, we don't know what's in his score pile. Uh, so it's a pretty safe move. Even still.
globalization could have been terrible.
Now with globalization, Thwol has a lot more leads than he does factories. But if he wipes out Reformation, That would do. How many? That cuts 2 leaves down. That makes it 6. Six
Well,
leaves of
he has 25 points.
If no player has more leaves, he doesn't, but he will have to do globalization twice, once now and once the next turn to get rid of the leaves. And that.
Oh, wait a second. Robotics triggers with the AI says the person with the lowest score.
Yep.
So I was wrong. If he would have done it then, he would have had the lowest score.
Right, and he doesn't anymore. And he also has 3 special achievements, of course, Monument, Empire, and Universe, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, so self-service comes up, that's not a problem. There's really no disadvantage to using robotics right now. It would have to be a very, very specific sequence.
It depends what the card is in the score pile, because there's already 2 of them out. What did we just do?
He used
globalization. Yeah. One more use of globalization and he wins. But thwol could use reformation to tuck a bunch of leaves.
That's true.
and render globalization a little bit moot. We'll see.
I think it's
I don't
just
know.
a.
I think he might share it just to splay his yellow, because if he splays his blue somehow.
No, I don't think it's anybody's interested in splaying at this time. It's just the globalization
No, I meant like
is out.
to get the all splayed achievement, the all of them right or up.
Oh, the wonder. Yeah, no, I don't think QC would really care to get the wonder because he is so close to the end of the game. He will just go for globalization. Sorry, my tongue
Yeah,
twisted.
I mean, if he gets the internet, I would love to play that one.
I think thwol right now has to use reformation to tuck a bunch of leaves. He needs leaves to survive globalization.
I'm sort of curious why he didn't do it earlier.
And I might even I would tuck a bunch of leaves and then use medicine to steal one of the 10s, maybe. But actually, I mean, QC right now has such a high score. QC could achieve the 4, 5, or 6 on his turn.
That is true.
Yeah, and end the game that way. So there's 2 threats here. Globalization is one threat, and the other threat is just achieve the 4, 5, and 6. He just has to achieve 2 of them.
I don't really see too many options with thwol, to be honest.
thwol is fighting for survival. Yes.
Dun dun dun. Uh-oh. Not that it'll matter now.
So thwol used mathematics, and he melted
He was
flight.
probably hoping.
Now just choose the 4 or the 5 and game over.
GG.
Yep, QC achieved 5 and 6, and he wins. So yes, he has 6 achievements, 3 of them being special achievements, and 3 score achievements. So yes, he did not go for globalization, robotics, or anything else. Mass media was out. Sorry, skyscrapers got buried under globalization, and thwol, like we thought, he didn't use reformation because he knew, you know what, he probably, oh, he was, well, mass media was already out, so yes,
So
it
is it
might
best
have
out of
done.
3, or is this the last one?
This is the final game. This is the tournament final. So yeah.
Hello.
GG.
Hi, thwol. How are you?
Beaten up.
Yeah, I missed the middle part of that, but when I came back, there were eights on the board on one side and no eights on the other, and that looked very bad.
That was a rough game.
I don't know. I thought stealing like getting rid of mathematics with anatomy was my only hope.
Yeah, I was surprised. Why didn't you tuck any cards? With the Reformation, I mean.
Like the problem was like to get monument.
Right.
The thing was, at some point he had lighting.
That's
And-
true. But you would have
Like-
only tucked like 4 cards, I think.
Yeah, like I was trying to get to a position where I could do it. Like I had the impression I never had a moment where I could. Like my plan was to get monument, but in the end he got it first with industrialization, and I didn't want to share because I as long as lighting was out. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Hey there.
I was just like maybe I missed something, but like I didn't have many leaves in my hand, and I was afraid that he might pass me, and I thought that was the only thing keeping me alive.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Yeah, because when he was drawing eights and he finally melded, what was that, skyscrapers, and it's like, okay, well, maybe that's your clue to just, get monument first.
Yeah.
So,
But what was? But like lighting was still there, right?
right, yes.
Yeah, like my worry was like if he has light, like if I deplete my hand, then he can start scoring with lighting, and maybe I'm like I wasn't too concerned about losing by getting to 6 achievements because like it was going to happen anyway. Like it might have like I was more concerned on going to the next age, and like I wanted to exploit the fact that he had nothing in his ore pile.
No, I got you.
No, maybe it has been a mistake, but like I thought it was more urgent to go up than not to get 1 point. Also, resource-wise, I was in a desperate situation anyway.
Okay, I don't know if QC has changed to a different tab or not. I asked him if he wants to join the stream because the stream is still going on, and let's see. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Because I don't think I had the Zoom link anymore.
No, it's a good game. Got a little unlucky though.
Well, I mean, that's math, right?
It happens. I saw mathematics. I'm like, oh no.
I don't know. I was lucky to get map making. At that point, I was pretty happy. So,
You had what? Okay, no, QC had pottery. And how were you scoring? I don't remember.
I was stealing all his ones,
Oh yes,
essentially.
the map mapping, the math.
I thought you did that a little too soon, but you know, you got to strike while the iron's hot, I guess.
Well, like I don't know. I was trying to get two.
I thought you were gonna use the tools to draw all the threes
Mm.
and then do that.
Hi, is this QC?
I don't see him on anymore.
Okay, okay. Is this Block Monite or Epic Thinker?
This is Epic.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey Epic. Okay, yeah.
Hey, pirate.
Okay, well QC, I don't know.
There's QC.
He joined
Hey,
the
QC, good game. He joined again.
Good game.
Good game, QC.
Join again. Oh my god, really tired.
Hey QC.
Hey. Join again.
Sorry about that.
Tired.
Somebody's audio is bad, I think.
Sorry, is my mic?
There was a little feedback loop.
Okay, well, I promise, I'm using my PC because I was not happy with how my laptop was doing with the sound and the thing, and I got a headset. So, hopefully, I'm not the one with the any delays or anything. But hey, congratulations on both of you. Congratulations, QC, on winning the tournament. This is Pirate. And congratulations to all on winning the second position in the tournament.
Thanks.
Hi, thanks.
Congratulations, CQ.
Yeah, it was a little one-sided there, but it was fun to watch.
It was it was a pretty exciting game, and of course, we were here just doing all those theories about we think he's gonna do that, and we think who's gonna do that, and
Okay, and okay, so how much do you get? Like,
well, let's say that most of our theories were wrong, but when of course when you melted what was that skyscrapers, then we knew exactly what the plan was, and we sort of thought that thwol will share reformation and tuck a bunch of cards in order to get monument and cut down on your advantage, but I think he would have, I don't remember if he had 5 leaves at that time.
No, you guys were tied at that time, and
Tied.
what happened was the one guy had lightning, but he only had like 3 cards in his hand,
Mm-hmm.
but the other person had like 8 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I actually also thought thwol would like use the reformation. Yeah, it also surprised me that I got the monument actually.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I was maybe hyper focused on getting back on the age because I was too behind, and I wanted to exploit the fact that you had nothing in your score pile. Like I had honestly completely forgotten about Monument at that point.
Oh, okay. I guess I get lucky on that.
No, I mean maybe it was a mistake. But like like my impression was that like there was no like you were going to get points anyway at some point. Like like I was in a hurry to so to speak, and also yeah, like I would have had to remove 6 cards from my hand, and I was afraid that then you would have used lighting just to score.
For a while, I thought you were trying to get bicycle until I saw it got tucked.
Like, no, like I mean, I thought like my only hope was to go for 11. That was my only, or like a win where automatic win with passing the age, but like, it was a long
Maybe
shot.
maybe chemistry is good for that.
Sorry?
Uh, I think chemistry is good for
Yes,
getting
yes, yes.
it. But I think maybe work can may not want to use machine tools at that time because if able to see to small cards and then he can use quantum theory.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I used it too much, but like I don't know. I thought I was in a bad spot anyway. Like for how like when you are at 8, the game ends quickly anyway. Like I wasn't sure how